Okay, I'm doing a live stream, but not really. This is a real video that no one's talking in because I have a ton of records to unbox and I didn't want to do a live stream right now. I'm kind of just testing things on YouTube. I still don't know what I'm doing after 7 years. So I am not using my camera. I'm not using my phone. I'm using my webcam with a microphone, and I'm going to unbox these 12 records that I have, one of which is an extreme holy grail for me that I'm very excited about. The rest may be really cool. I don't remember. It's a bunch of stuff. So this is going to be one take, no cuts. I'm just going to blow through them, tell you something cool about them, hopefully, and we'll see how this video performs on the channel because you never know. Everything is completely up in the air at all times. Before I get started, I'm posting this, I believe it's going to be on 7/7, which means 7/8/22 is going to be my first ever Whatnot live stream where I'm going to be auctioning records from the TMR record store. It's going to be fantastic. Go to the link in the description if you have not yet. If you've not signed up for Whatnot, do it through my link and you get $10 off anything you buy on the app, including records from my live stream. So it's going to be a really fun time on Friday at 1 p.m. PST. Tons of grails. It's going to be an interesting experiment that I hope I can continue to replicate every single week for the store to talk with you guys. But check it out. Check that out below, and let's dive into some of these records. So got a whole bunch of stuff. Let's. Normally I do these live streams live, which is fun because I like talking to you guys. But I've had a very long day. Very, very long day, and I figured, you know what, I want to open these records, but why not get some content out of it, right? Content is king, baby. So you're gonna get an unfiltered tired Matt opening records with no cuts, so you're gonna have all, warts and all. All right, let's see what we got here. There's so many damn records here, I just don't even remember. Oh, here we go. Okay, I know what this is. So right here, what we have is, there we go. This is the Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers Edition vinyl soundtrack, imported from Japan. And, I got this because Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger are two of my favorite games from growing up. The music is absolutely iconic. Yasunori Matsuda is just one of the best game composers of all time. This, I believe, are a bunch of remastered tracks. I don't think any of these are the original tracks from the game, which I have to say, I ordered this before I heard the remaster, and the remaster isn't as good in my opinion. I think there's definitely some issues with that. It's still a beautiful soundtrack, and I hopefully will grow to love it with time, because it was not cheap to import this from Japan. But anything Chrono, I'm pretty much in. If you guys have seen this record room, right there is a massive Chrono Trigger statue, which is why I'm such a ladies' man. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what else we got. Thanks. Shout out to Adam Kanowski, the classic TMR box cutter. This thing has been to so many battles at this point. Like, I wonder if you have to sharpen the blade of a box cutter. Is that something that you ever have to do? I feel like by now I probably would have had to do that. I just realized without any side banter in the chat that doesn't exist, I have to just keep talking nonstop, which is fine. I'll make do, and then I'll. This actually might be more tiring than if I did a live stream. Experimentation. All right. This is the album Leaf. My man Jimmy. Past the Future Tense. This is a series of EPs and then some, I believe, just like B-side type stuff. The 3 EPs have never been on vinyl before, as far as I know. I thought In an Off-White Room did have a vinyl release. Maybe I'm mixing that up, but really excited to dive into this. Pretty much everything the album Leaf does is phenomenal, and this is a beautiful package. It comes with all this great art, and yeah, this is for RSD 2022. I did not participate because I was really busy with my record store, but I was able to get this off of Discogs for basically, I think, less than MSRP, because like I've been telling you guys for years now, Record Store Day has not been the same as it used to be, and you can kind of just wait and get a lot of stuff these days, which is the antithesis of what Record Store Day used to be. But I still bought from an indie record store on Discogs, so I'm doing my part. All right, let's keep the train rolling, as I say a lot. I don't know which of these is going to be the Grail I'm talking about. Oh, okay. This is the latest release from Nas, entitled Magic. Nas has been killing it lately. Nas's recent projects have all been pretty good. King's Disease, I think that's what it was called. Though that was okay, but I personally loved Nasir, which came out of the Kanye West sessions that he did in Wyoming. I thought that was a phenomenal record. Most people thought it was just okay. I think they're wrong, but to each their own. And then this is a really, really solid record with production from Hit Boy, who's an amazing producer. And front to back, this is just a really enjoyable listen. You got a feature on there from A$AP Rocky, so that's always nice to hear. And I believe this is the colored variants. You know what? Let's open it and find out. I think it says limited edition colored vinyl, but I forget what the color is. So we're gonna do this together. And it looks like it comes with a little obi strip, which is nice. I love that like the obi strip has become so like omnipresent within the vinyl community. It's like, oh, it doesn't have an obi strip? What a garbage release. I mean, no one's actually saying that, but who's to say? Boring color. I think the mock-up was way cooler. I don't think I would have just went with gray mishmash nightmare. But that's okay. I got it for the music, mostly. All right, let's keep going. Oh my goodness gracious, there are so many more boxes. I don't know how these all just showed up. I feel like I had a drought for a little while where I wasn't getting a ton of records in, comparatively to the past couple years. And all of a sudden I did. So what do we have here? Oh, yes. Okay, this is my queen, Brandy Carlisle, Give Up the Ghost, which was out of print for an absurd amount of time, going for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, because Brandy is a true legend. I mean, if you don't know her music, you've probably heard at least one of her tracks. The Story probably is the track you've heard, but this is, I believe, her first record, maybe? One of her earliest records. Out of print for a very long time, and it was finally put back into print by Brookvale Records, which I guess is a record store that somehow had the rights to this. I don't know the story behind it, but it's fascinating. Maybe they're associated with the label. I don't know. But that being said, really glad to be able to snag this when it was back in print. I think it sold out fairly quickly, if I remember seeing correctly, so it might be out of print once again, because that's how this game works sometimes. But really excited when I saw that pre-order. I think I actually gasped, because it's like one of those things that you just don't expect to happen, and then it does one day without any fanfare, which is kind of cool. You know, it's the little dopamine hits that keep you in the hobby, right? It's the little things that give you that moment of joy. All right, what have we here? Okay, for a second I was like, what did I order? I didn't order this. So this is Pearl Jam live on Two Legs, which is one of their best live albums. It was out of print for a very long time, and then Record Store Day did a reissue. This is not the Record Store Day one. I read a lot of negative or semi-negative things about it. Some of them came warped. Some of them came with a defect at the beginning. I think track 1, I think it's Corduroy, first track? Yeah. Where there's like a micro skip of some kind that made it through the test pressing process. So this is the gold variant that was 10 Club exclusive. You know, you got to take advantage of those perks when you are paying $45 a year or whatever to be part of the 10 Club. If they do an exclusive record, you got to take advantage. So I don't know. I'm going to assume that the same flaws are probably present in this one as is the clear one from Record Store Day, but I don't know. I can't say for certain. But excited to give this a spin. I do have an original, and I'm going to probably listen to both, and whichever one sounds better, I'll keep, and the other one will eventually make it to the TMR store. I think my original press was VG+. There was a little bit of noise, so if this one sounds great, I'm keeping it, and that's going to be exciting. The other one sounds great too, though. It's just a really well-recorded live show, and there's a reason that the original presses went for so much money, beyond the fact that Pearl Jam's just an insane live band to see. Okay, guess who's going to jail tonight? This is Donda. Can I show the Kanye? I have like a Kanye print. Yeah, you can't really see. You can kind of see in that reflection. That's like Kanye print I have up. So Kanye, I'm going to open this just because I haven't seen. So Kanye went extremely minimalist, which, you know, some may say it's an artistic choice. I want to believe it was just more of laziness and not really caring. I have so many issues with this particular vinyl release. It makes me absolutely infuriated. I'm not editing this video, so I'm not going to be able to like pop up a cool graphic on the screen, but do yourself a favor and go to the Discogs listing for Donda's vinyl and look at the track list. It is the track list of the deluxe on Spotify, which it literally looks like someone hit Kanye in the head with a lead pipe, and then we're like, go make the album track list, and he was just like, I don't know what's happening, and he just put a bunch of stuff in. It makes no sense. It doesn't flow at all as an album. They have part 2s of songs before part 1s, separated by only a few other tracks that have no rhyme or reason. it makes no sense. The original Donda was excellent. It should have just had that track list. You know, we get Life of the Party on this version, but I've heard it's the censored version with the loud, annoying beeps. Man, what a misfire, especially for such an expensive record. I already got fingerprints all over mine. Great. So I guess the gatefold is, as to be expected, literally just all black panels. For a 4-disc record where 3 of the 4 discs are just a nightmare track list. But it's Kanye and it's Donda and I had to get it. But am I happy about it? No. But it is what it is, right? Let's keep going. That track list, man, if you haven't seen it, it is so egregiously bad. Whew, I can't even think about it too much. It's like all the people that okayed that were like, this is what people are gonna want. Like, yeah, here we go. This is one of my favorite kind of like indie pop records from the 2000 when did this come out? 2011? That sounds right. This is Colts. Is the album called Go Outside? No, this is self-titled. The single is called Go Outside. Really, really good guy-girl indie pop. Great instrumentation. Really kind of dreamy and psychedelic. And I got the repress of it that was signed by them with a little heart there. That's cute. Yeah, I think I have a copy of this on black vinyl, but the repress, I believe, is on a color. So the black vinyl will go to the store, and this one stays in the collection. Love that. Really clean. That's not a word. Crisp and clean. Really digging that aesthetic right there. And I love that it's signed. They're a great band. I would actually like to see them live, although this is the only album of theirs I like. I don't think I've listened to anything else in full, but the singles since this album have been slightly lackluster, I would say. But that's okay. All right. We got some more, guys. We're plowing through this. And why am I saying guys? There's nobody here. It's just me. All right. So this is another kind of bedroom poppy kind of artist, Jordana, how do you pronounce it? This is Face the Wall. I first discovered Jordana because she did a collaboration album with my boys in TV Girl. They're an amazing kind of, bedroom pop band that has got a pretty big cult following. And they did this split with her that's kind of featuring both of them, and I loved it. So I dug into her stuff, and I was like, man, she is really, really good. So when I saw VMP did a limited run out of 300, I knew I had to jump on it before it sold out. So excited to hear this. I don't know this record, but she has a great pop sensibility, and I think that it's probably going to be at least very good. This doesn't bode well. This is like that's not a great start. Can I do it? Wouldn't be a live stream if I didn't screw that up, folks. Alright, let's just do it the old way with the box cutter, because these mailers are torturous devices that shouldn't exist. Alright, come on. Come on! This is the part of the live stream where I can just, like, read the chat, but right now I can't. Alright, what do we have here? Oh, this was a Revolver exclusive, I believe. Grey Days, The Phoenix. So Grey Days is a side project of Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. They had one album back when he was alive, and I think this album is posthumous in a way where, if I read the story correctly, they had unused vocal parts and choruses and verses that he recorded for a potential follow-up before he passed away. So this is kind of like the band finishing the album in his honor, I guess, in some way. So I love Chester's vocals. He's one of my favorite vocalists. I wish he was not gone, but he is. I don't know if I will love this or not, but I'm very curious to hear it. And anything Chester related, if it is good and you don't jump on it, you're probably going to regret it because you won't be able to get it. I have the other Grey Days record in like this big deluxe book right over there. Really good stuff. All right, let's do one of these. Did not work. All right. And we have, this is a bundle of an artist. Ooh, this jacket is so lame compared to the original. I used to have the originals. This is I Am I, Who Am I? Who is a really good kind of like experimental pop. I wouldn't say it quite as experimental as Bjork, but definitely a little more Bjork than Britney Spears, if you know what I mean. But this is Kin, which is her best record. And then this is Blue, which is another solid record. And I don't know if I've heard Bounty, but they did, all of these are out of print, going for like close to $100 each. And they just did a repress in these very simple one pocket jackets. The original press of this was in this really nice kind of thick, I believe it was a gatefold. If not, it was just a really massive jacket that had an interesting texture to it. This one does not. These are all very bare bones, which is a bit of a disappointment. I thought that they would do these a little more justice, but that is okay. I'm excited to dive into the one I have not heard and re-listen to the ones that I do know. All right, 2 more records. So that means it's not this one. So the final one, this is what you've been waiting for. The final one is my holy grail that I've been waiting for. So hopefully it did not get destroyed in transit, and I'll tell you that story in a second. Okay, is this going to be one of these massive unboxing issues where it's like too much bubble wrap? We'll see. So this is Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Enjoy the Ride just did this. Mortal Kombat 3, game I played a lot growing up. Also played a lot of Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Mortal Kombat 2. I played a lot of Mortal Kombat in my life. It's a fun game. I was never great at it, but I always enjoyed it. I actually was weird. I didn't like playing competitively. I liked the single-player modes, especially later on when they added like the crypt and that kind of stuff where you can unlock stuff. That was always really fun for me. And the music was always great in Mortal Kombat. They did a phenomenal job with their last vinyl pressing, which had about 800 variants. And they all sold out because that's the hobby these days. But this, I thought this was really cool. First of all, the album art's really dope with like the all the skeletons. Like, that's really cool. But the variant I chose was the picture disc, because you get that iconic dragon right there, which is really cool, and then the great skellies on the other side. So the last picture disc, almost got bad there, sounded great. I actually did upgrade mine to the blood-filled one, which I believe my boy Chris at Romanus Records, he took care of that, which is awesome. Love that. What a gatefold. That's a great way to use the gatefold. You get, good versus evil. You get the good guys, the bad guys. Leave a comment with your Mortal Kombat character that you used to play as or still play as. For me, I was always a Sub-Zero guy, but not this Sub-Zero. I didn't like that one. I like the one with like the full ninja gear. That one was kind of a little baby. All right, the Grail. This very rare record was sent in this crappy mailer, but this actually terrifies me because this was sent priority mail because the seller was a little late to ship it, and I watched it go through in transit, arriving late hell, as you guys have heard me talk about, for like 6 days. And while the USPS kicked this around like a football, I waited and waited. So hopefully this is not decimated. I guess we'll find out. I can't believe I own this. I was really devastated to miss this when it went on sale, because there were 25 copies, because it's a Wax Mage. And this is a band that is extremely important to me. Their album Chroma is my favorite pop punk record of all time, and this is the EP that predated Chroma, that has a few of the tracks, a couple alternate versions, and then a couple extra kind of tracks for the EP, and it is called the Ransom EP by Cartel. So this is the jacket, the Ransom. I have another copy of it in the stacks, but it's not the Wax Mage, and the Wax Mage is one of the coolest mages I've ever seen, because it actually ties in perfectly to the cover and the name of the EP. I thought that was really well done, and I remember it sold out in like less than a half of a millisecond, and I was really devastated because I was like, there's only 25, I'm never gonna get one. And then I found one for a fairly okay price. I mean, certainly not a good price, but I was okay paying it. Let's take a look at this. Oh yeah, that's so cool. So it's this metallic gold and red splatter, but it also has ripped up money inside of it, like a ransom. It's so cool looking. It's like a label explosion, but done in such a cool way. This is one of my favorite wax mages I've ever seen. The Pokemon card one they did recently was pretty wild too, but Heath is a genius, and I can't wait to work with him again on a future TMR label release, which is going to be sooner than you guys think. So stay tuned for that. But really stoked to own this. Cartel is such an important band to me. They're actually dropping a new single in about a week, so I'm excited to hear if that's any good. But yeah, just that's cool. This is awesome. There's money in it. All right, that was me trying to get a thumbnail out of it while still talking and not having to pause, because this is a one take. So we'll see if I did, and if not, we'll see what happens. But that is the unboxing for this evening. I hope you guys enjoyed this extremely low effort webcam video with a pretty decent microphone, so hopefully it sounds pretty good. I might put this into Vegas just to do a little bit of music behind it, so it's not just like eerily silent. But if you guys like this and it performs well on the channel, I'll do more webcam videos because it's the easiest thing for me to do, even easier than my phone. If you guys are like, this sucks, don't ever do this again, I won't. Maybe. Who's to say? Don't forget, tomorrow, Whatnot live stream. Make sure you're signed up through my link in the description. You get $10. I'm putting out a ton of Grails. I'm building the box at the store right now. We're going to do auctions. You'll probably have a chance to get them at less than their going rate. It's a new stream for the platform, so you're not going to be necessarily up against everybody who knows it exists or that it's going to be for sale. So this is going to be a good time to grab some stuff, get acclimated with the platform. So make sure you're signed up for that. Look forward to talking to you guys there. Thanks for watching, and as you know, more coming soon. Take it easy.